Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Governor James McGreevy is now hosting a live call-in show on WCTC Radio. Today, Judith Lebline speaks with the governor and station managers about the program. On Making a Difference with Diane D'Oliveira, Diane speaks with representatives from Girls on the Run, a recreational running group for teenage girls. The Town Council passed this year's town budget at their last meeting, and we'll have more during our review of the meeting. The Buddy Ball Baseball League was recognized by the Friends of Parks and Recreation Awards Committee. And some students at Memorial School share the books they wrote with each other. This and more coming up, so stay with us.
Being able to run 3 miles may sound like a far-reaching goal, but a special group is helping young girls accomplish it and boosting their self-esteem with every step. Hi, I'm Diane D'Oliveira, and with me today are 2 people instrumental with making Girls on the Run possible in Somerset County and Somerset Hills. With me today are Susan Kamens, the chair of the Somerset Hills Municipal Alliance and Youth Services Commission, and the assistant coach of Girls on the Run, Jeannie Mosk. Thanks for being with me today. Now, Girls on the Run is a national program that tries to promote healthy living and boost girls' self-esteem. How did you first hear about it? And from what I understand, the Municipal Alliance was the group responsible for applying for a county grant, which made Girls on the Run possible in Somerset Hills. So how did you first hear about it?
Well, Diane, last spring I noticed on one of the early morning shows they had a piece on Girls on the Run, and the founder, Molly Barker, who's quite an inspirational woman. And the goals and the reasons to have a Municipal Alliance and Youth Services Commission is to help communities such as ours, like the Somerset Hills, find unique programs to address various issues in the community. And the Youth Services Commission's goals are to help youth at risk, prevention, and through programs and community involvement. So it was a nice fit for our community at the time. There had never been a program specifically geared toward girls, and of course this was a wonderful opportunity given that it had been a very successful program across the country. The first thing we did was this Somerset County Youth Services Commission offered a new initiative grant, and being that this was a new initiative for our group, we applied for the grant and received the funding to create the relationship with Girls on the Run International. So this fall we began the program in our communities, and we are just thrilled with the results. It's been quite successful.
Now, what are some of the program's objectives? You mentioned that the Municipal Alliance helps at-risk youths. What are some of the objectives? Maybe to prevent teen pregnancy, keep kids away from drugs, that type of thing?
Yes, it is. The goal of the Girls on the Run program, and actually it's an experiential running program designed to educate and prepare girls for a life of healthy living and self-respect. The objectives, as you said, of the program is to prevent or reduce the potential display of at-risk behaviors among its participants, and it's been shown to reduce the incidence of eating disorders, substance abuse, depression, and actually have an impact on fewer teen pregnancies.
How does the program work?
Well, the program was designed, again, by Molly Barker in 1996, and it's a remarkable story of a woman who overcame a number of challenges in her life. And what she found with running, that it helped her release the self-doubts and a lot of the stress in her life. And I guess if you call it an aha moment or an epiphany of some sort as she was running one day, how she wanted to share that with girls and inspire them to keep that girl within themselves and not succumb to the pressures of society, especially as they went from their young years into their teen years.
Now, Girls on the Run targets younger girls, 4th and 5th graders, or 3rd and 4th graders?
Third through 5th grade.
3rd through 5th grade, when they're probably most vulnerable to those types of things. So it's better to start them off early, boosting their self-esteem that early on, so that when they do reach the time of 7th and 8th grade, they're stronger and they can resist peer pressure and the other challenges that face them. So being an assistant coach, Jeannie, what exactly do the girls do? How many girls are involved in the Somerset Hills program?
And we have 4 chapters in the Somerset Hills program. I'm involved with the Bedminster chapter. And we have approximately 22 girls, and we only have 4th and 5th graders because there was such an overwhelming demand that we were unable to offer it to the 3rd graders this year. And it's really a wonderful program because the initial part of the session, we have a circle time, if you will. And we have a discussion about, a particular issue for that session. A recent session that we had dealt with security, about making you feel safe and secure in, within yourself and within your community, and how the community participates in making children feel secure in their environment. One of our coaches is a police officer in our community, Moni Cooper. And she was there that day, and we happened to have a lockdown drill. It was during the war, and there was a lot of tension in the group that day because they had just come from the lockdown in the school, in the drill, and they really talked a lot about their feelings about the war and their concern, and how they felt so safe that the school was doing something to protect them. So they had this opportunity that they never have during the school day to talk about things that happen in the community that directly affect them. From that point, we moved on to our warm-up, and during the warm-up, they were really just talking, and some of the girls were upset because they had family members that were over in the Gulf, and then they ran outside, and they had to do, we have different types of running drills. One week we'll have teams where they have to run a total of 2 miles, but it's a team of 5 people. One person can run 2 miles, or they can split it up between the 5 of them. They have to work as a team. And this particular day, they had to run for themselves and go inside themselves and think about their own feelings. And one of the things about Girls on the Run is not only do they learn how to exist with other people and work as a team, but also when they are troubled and they need an outlet, that their outlet shouldn't be drugs, it shouldn't be alcohol. They should be able to just go out and run, and they can do it themselves, they can do it with friends, but they have this tremendous feeling of empowerment that they can just go out and do this run and cleanse themselves by the end of the day.
Running is such a, besides being a great stress reliever, it also keeps all areas of your life balanced. And for people who may be hearing this right now and seeing this and want to start their own chapter of Girls on the Run, really quickly, what can they do to do that?
They can contact the International Girls on the Run organization, which is based in North Carolina, and the website is www.girlsontherun.com. There is an 800 number you could call to receive some information. That's 1-800-901-9965.
Thank you, ladies, for being with me. For Making a Difference, I'm Diane de Oliveira.
Hello, my name is Saul Fink, President of the Recreation and Parks Advisory Board, and we're here to honor the recipients of the East Brunswick Friends of the Recreation and Parks Civic Award. The award was created by the RPAB to recognize the efforts of civic groups who assisted the township recreation, parks, and community service programs. The recipients receive a commemorative award, and a plaque displaying all the names is proudly displayed at the Recreation and Parks offices. This year's Civic Award recipient is the East Brunswick Buddy Ball Baseball League. And we welcome Chet Dudek, the former director, Tom Craig, the current director, and Susan DeGraw, the PAL director. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tom, what is the mission of the East Brunswick Buddy Ball Baseball League as it pertains to recreation, parks, and civic activities in East Brunswick?
The Buddy Ball mission has been to offer to challenged youth, both physically and mentally challenged, the ability to succeed at playing a sport, in this case baseball, allowing them to have fun and to succeed, and we offer them any means of support necessary in order to achieve that goal.
That's great. That's great. Chet, if I can, how many years has your organization been involved in East Brunswick recreation and civic activities? And tell the viewers some of the exciting things that your organization has done over the past years.
Well, we started back in 1990. At that time, we were Little League. Little League was the premier youth baseball league in town. And Little League started a league specifically for handicapped children called the Challenger Division. And I happened to find out about it by reading the newspaper one morning, and there it was, Challenger comes to East Brunswick. I had a grandson who was looking to play baseball, and this was ideal for us. The original program started with the Elks, the East Brunswick Elks, who were participated a lot in getting us started. The PBA 145, the local police department, they were our first sponsors. A lady by the name of Ellen Devine was a spear carrier in getting it started. We started out with about 17 kids. A fellow by the name of Billy Zupek was the first manager, an Elks member. He was joined by Sean Simpson. So Sean is still with us today. That's a long tenure, longer than me, in fact. And we started playing at the Chittick School, and it just evolved into something really terrific. Our first problem was getting the word out to let people know that we do this, and we were successful in that. I contacted every school that I knew that handled handicapped kids, special education kids. I called anybody and everybody I knew to spread the word, and we started to grow. Over the years, we've lost some sponsors, got some sponsors. It's ideal now. Our sponsors include the Old Bridge Volunteer Fire Department, East Brunswick Fire District Number 1, Independent Fire District Number 2, and Brickview Fire District Number 3. We have 3 of the fire companies in town as sponsors for our team. That little bit of rivalry there. Our 4th sponsor is the Knights of Columbus out of St. Bart's. So it's really a total community effort. And until we experienced a growth spurt this year, and we had the 2 fire companies waiting in line to become sponsors, become involved, and they have become involved. They bring the fire trucks down to some of our games. The kids really enjoy that. Some of the adults do too. So it's as far as the community is concerned, this is total community involvement. The league started their opening day parade. Gia Marisi Farms loaned us a farm wagon. Terrific. The kids just love it. The people just love it. So it's, like I said, it's one of the better things I think happened to East Brunswick by allowing us to grow as we have. Right. You asked, what are some of the things that have happened to us over the years? I think my 2 friends here will agree that watching the kids play baseball, you can't put a price on that. The smiles, we have a presentation at the end of the year for trophies. To see a kid come up and get a trophy with his name on it, amazing. It's just, it really gets to you. Recently, though, we really experienced something that's out of the ordinary. We were invited to play baseball on the south lawn of the White House. And President Bush came down and had an opening speech, talked to all our players. I even got an autographed baseball from him. Sat down next to him like I'm sitting next to Tom, regular guy. And that was the highlight of my 13 years. As you know, as
well as your life, maybe? You think?
Yeah, well, yeah. The only other president I ever saw that close was Harry Truman, and that was a long time ago. Yeah,
just a few years.
Yeah, and it was a great day, and made the local papers, made the local TV Absolutely. Channels, and there were other baseball notaries there. So that was one of the big things. Unfortunately, not all our guys could participate because we were limited by number, but we took a nice crowd down. That's been spectacular. But on a day-to-day basis, to see these kids play baseball, to see the expressions on their faces, some of our kids are uncommunicative, don't have the power of speech. But if they get a hit or they get on base, that smile, their eyes light up, beyond description.
I bet. Thanks, Chet. That was a great description of how we've gone through town in the Buddy Ball League. But Sue, we were talking a little earlier before we went on camera. Can you tell us more about the PALS aspect of the organization?
The PALS are volunteer teenagers. You start at 12 years of age. The majority of them are between 14 and 18 years of age. I get them through community service from the public school system, and the churches all support this community service. And they're like big brothers and sisters. They're wonderful. They really are. And you just have to come out and watch it to really know what I'm saying. But to watch them transform from just a teenager to this caring, loving individual with a child, it comes from the heart. It's just amazing.
That's true. So
And,
these people have a heart of gold.
They do, and it helps everybody, because it not only helps the player, but the pal grows from it.
Sure. Tell me a little bit about, before we went on, you told me about this hockey team.
I have a group of boys, my son included, that belong to a private hockey team, and they play all year long. But they've been pals for 5 years now, and they give up every spring season of hockey in order to play buddy ball.
Wow.
And they have the same child. They come back year after year, and they have the same player.
That's tremendous. I mean, to see teens do this is a tremendous benefit for them as well, and the kids. So looking forward to the future, what do you think is the biggest challenge facing East Brunswick as it pertains to your organization and the recreation and parks activities in East Brunswick?
I believe the biggest challenge that we're going to have in the future is our increasing growth. As the word gets around that our league is well organized, well run, we have a good, strong backbone of people that keep it moving. We have team moms, we have pal moms that keep everything organized and moving smoothly. We have a great set of coaches and managers. I do very little work once we get to the field. It's all taken care of by very competent people. And because the organization is so well run, we're getting people from all over the immediate area joining our league and leaving other leagues. The growth is great, but we're already at 76 players for this year and 84 or 82 pals.
Wow.
We're going to need some more space. we occupy two fields each Saturday, and it's a possibility that we may need 3 fields next year. So that's our biggest problem, if you want to call it a problem.
I would say the biggest challenge. I think that
it's a good problem.
It's a challenge facing a lot of the sports activities in this town and other towns to do such. But I hope that as you move forward, you'll find the opportunities to grow and to find the room.
EBBL has worked with us quite nicely on this. I believe they're pretty much astounded as I am at the rapid growth. But they've been working with us, and they have assured us that what we need will be there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, Chet, Sue, Tom, I want to wish you all congratulations, best of luck, continued success, and congratulations again on winning this award for the East Brunswick Buddy Ball Baseball League.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My mom was helping me. I still couldn't find one.
Hi, I'm Trish LaDuca, and I'm here at Memorial School this morning with Kathy Schumann, who's a first grade teacher, with her first grade students. What are you celebrating today, Kath?
Today is Author's Day in Room 9, and the children have been working all year writing their own books and publishing them, and today we're sharing them with each other and with our parents.
My dad is very, very, very busy. I can't believe it. My dad has lots of work. My dad and I like to water the plants in the garden. My daddy loves me. Okay, you go.
Well, we write on this special paper. It's called the fourth grading method.
And how does that help you?
There's boxes, and they help us organize our thoughts and how to put it in order.
What was your favorite thing to write about this year, John?
My family.
I got a dog for my birthday last year. My dog's name is Elma. I love my dog.
Did somebody help provide you with some special materials for this work that you're doing?
The PTA, we got a grant from the PTA, and we were able to buy individual tapes for each child, and they were able to put one book each on tape, so they'll be able to listen to them for all the years to come, and their peers could listen to their stories then in class.
At Monday night's Town Council meeting, the township budget was passed. Township Administrator Jim White and Councilwoman Diem summarized it quite nicely.
Council has probably heard most of this before, but again, for those in the public who didn't get a chance to come to our other public meetings on the budget, the budget review process, again, for municipalities starts as far back as September. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Eisner and I were joking this morning at our executive staff meeting that after you adopt the budget tonight, that in 11 weeks we are beginning the process for the 2004 municipal budget. So it will be coming upon us again. Your total budget, which is in excess of $49 million, again represents approximately $1,015 worth of expenditures for every man, woman, and child in the municipality. If you look at the amount paid by taxes of $465 for every person, it is, as I've always said, as compared to federal taxes, state, county, really the best bargain, municipal taxes, and what you get for that.
I'm certainly not pleased that we're putting forward any tax increase, but I want the residents to be assured that this budget came to us very tight. Many departments came in with no increase or even a decrease over last year, and I think that we're fortunate to have such a professional staff that can operate so efficiently. Having said that, I think that we need to continue to always come up with new sources of revenue. Many of our programs are self-sustaining. I think that it's important that we continue to push Trenton to implement a fair hotel tax that will benefit our communities. Another idea that I heard today on the radio was that a municipality in New York is trying to institute an additional sales tax on rest area sales along the New York State Thruway. And being that we host a rest area on the Turnpike, I thought that was another interesting potential source of revenue.
The next Town Council meeting will be held on June 23rd in the municipal courtroom.
Hi, I'm Judith Lebline. You know, Governor Jim McGreevy spends an awful lot of his time in Trenton, but his heart really is here in Central Jersey. And tonight he returns for a brand new radio show at WCTC, 1450 AM, The Talk of Central Jersey. It will appear every Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month, from 6 to 7 o'clock. And the governor himself will host this call-in show where Central Jersey gets to call in and talk to the governor. Governor McGreevy, congratulations. Tonight's the first night of your new call-in talk show here at WCTC, Call the Governor. How'd it go tonight?
Great, and I very much appreciate Bruce Johnson's leadership and the commitment of WCTC, 1450 AM. It's an opportunity to talk to people, to listen about their concerns, and you get a wide range of topics. I mean, everything from dead trees on your driveway to problems of taxes and concerns and homestead rebates. And it's an opportunity to be in touch with the local, with the Central Jersey listening audience. And, potentially bills, potentially passports, all different types of documents that could be used, because frankly we've got to address this 500,000 people that have Jersey driver's licenses that don't correspond with their addresses.
What is exciting about it is it brings Governor McGreevy back to his home radio station. Not to be corny about it, but the governor has been here in different incarnations, Middlesex County Assistant Prosecutor, State Assemblyman, State Senator, Woodbridge Mayor, and now he's back in his home radio station as Governor of New Jersey to talk to his constituents.
Now, on this inaugural night, the lights on the phones were going crazy. What kind of calls did you get this evening?
We had calls ranging from what about the black bear hunt, the New Jersey Saver program. Some woman called up about what to do with dead trees on her road. And at first I said, geez, we don't want to be that local. But Governor McGreevy said, no, I want to take those calls for my constituents. I want to talk to people about what is affecting their lives directly.
When he was governor here in Woodbridge, he's been to the station many times. So it's great to have him back, and he feels at home here.
And I just want to thank WCTC, the listening audience, the management. This is what government should be about, being open, being accessible, and listening to people's concerns, and hopefully, not only getting a better idea of what people need, but being responsive to their individual concerns.
Governor, after the political career, perhaps you come back to WCTC and you could do mornings.
Well, I'd love to do it. That's up to Bruce Johnson, though. That's for a greater authority.
Thank you. So if you've ever thought, I'd really like to talk to the governor, here's your opportunity, Central Jersey. The first Wednesday of every month from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. Just put 1450 a.m. on your dial, pick up the phone, and you can call the governor. For This Week in East Brunswick, I'm Judith Lebline.
East Brunswick Township is proud and excited to announce their first visual arts celebration, an outdoor juried art and crafts show and sale featuring more than 100 talented artists and craftspeople who will surround the municipal pond on Saturday, June 14th from 10 to 5, exhibiting and selling their original artwork. The day-long event will serve as a focal point for a family outing, as well as provide artists with a venue to exhibit their work, demonstrate their talents, and offer original art and craft items for sale in oil, acrylic, watercolor photography, sculpture, mixed media, graphics, drawings, and pastels, and fine handcrafts. This event is free to the public with plenty of free parking on and off site. The East Brunswick Arts Commission, Division of Recreation, and the Visual Arts Celebration Committee invite you to join them at this extraordinary special event. For more information, call the Division of Recreation at 732-390-6797. Rain date is Sunday, June 15th.
Read and Grow is this year's theme of the library Summer Reading Club. You can stop by the Youth Services Desk beginning Monday, June 16th to sign up. That's all for this week, and thanks for watching.